So a little over 24 hours ago, Marvel decided to sit over 9 million people down to watch Chairs. That's right, chairs. Literal chairs. That's how crazy this was. My name's Alex, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how I feel like the Marvel marketing team have done an absolute genius job in this campaign. Whether you like it or you don't like it, there's a lot of mixed reviews. People are talking about it. So if for some reason you haven't seen it, basically at 3 p.m. UK time yesterday, Marvel decided to put out a live stream. The live stream was essentially just a title of announcement, and then a stream went out. There was rumors going around on Twitter like a few days beforehand saying this was going to be basically the biggest announcement ever, potentially bigger than Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. That's what was going around. So people knew something was going to happen. And when this came out, everyone was like, oh my God, what's going on? It then cut to the start of the clip, and it's someone walking in, and they place down this chair which says Chris Hemsworth, who, as many of you probably know, plays Thor in the MCU. Everyone instantly goes, oh my God, it's a new Thor film. Then people are engaged. This was the hook. Just titling it as announcement, people knew, oh my God, what's going on? But people didn't know what it was. People didn't know what film they were talking about. People didn't know whether this was talking about a film which already has been announced, whether it was a new film, whether it was an actor announcement, whether it was literally anything. Just titling it as an announcement is a brilliant hook to just get people in instantly. I mean, I was there. As you guys can probably see, I'm a big Marvel fan. Definitely not a big Marvel fan. I have no idea what you mean. So as soon as that stream went out, I was on it. I was on it within about a minute or two. And I was ready. I was there. I was like, oh my God, is this a new Thor film? And then I was hooked in. I was waiting for something to happen. I was like, okay, when's the stream actually going to start here? And then it hit me. So after 15 minutes, the camera pans and moves on to the next actor. And then I was like, okay, is that it? Like, is that all they're doing? Have they just announced a second actor? Like, what's the pattern here? So then I had it on in the background whilst I was doing work, but I was still actively a viewer of the stream. I wanted that information of what was coming up next straight away. Another 15 minutes pass. New actor comes in. Then it hits me. I'm like, oh my God, it's every 15 minutes. They're announcing new actors. This has to be. And if you're not a big Marvel fan, the actors aren't usually in films together. So we knew this was an Avengers film. We knew this was a large, big production scale. This felt like an event. And then I was like, okay, every 15 minutes they're just announcing actors for Doomsday. Doomsday is going to be one of their biggest projects ever, so they needed the marketing to be perfect. Now, it went on, and I think around 27 actors and actresses were announced for the project. Every 15 minutes. You could probably do the maths. I'm fairly sure that the stream went on for about 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours. That's insane. And for it to not be a 5.5 hour event where things happen consistently, it's just people waiting for that buzz, waiting every 15 minutes for the music to play and then the camera to slowly pan to the next actor. People want that news instantly. YouTubers who talk about either marketing like me, or YouTubers that I watch talk about Marvel, they have to be there when each 15-minute installment happens. That's why it's genius, because they for their career have to be there for the whole 5-hour stream, 5.5 hour stream, 6 hour stream. No matter how long it goes on for, they have to be there because they need the news instantly. And it's not even just people whose career rely on it. A lot of people talk about how superhero fatigue might be a real thing. The Marvel movies aren't what they used to be, and they've had a few slightly more struggling films, definitely recently. But when it comes to these large-scale events, people are there. 9 million people are there to see what was going on in these live streams, and they streamed it on every channel. I think the Russo brothers also streamed it, and the Russo brothers are the directors. There was a lot of views on this, and it's pretty astonishing. No matter what, and I seen people being like, "This is terrible marketing. This is awful. This is so slow and boring. No one really cares." People care, because people, even the haters, care because they're tweeting about it. I saw so many hate tweets about it, but those same people are still checking in every 15 minutes. Those same people might have it on in the background whilst they're doing something else, and then they're checking it fairly consistently, if not at the start and at the end. It's really clever. I really, really like it. I really, really enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it at the time until they started announcing actors that I was particularly interested in. Now, I'm not a Marvel channel, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I mean, I love Marvel. But when these actors that I wasn't expecting came out, I was like, okay, this feels like it was worth me having this on the whole time whilst I was in the background. But yeah, it's pretty astonishing. I love it so much. It's really, really cool idea for a marketing strategy, because it just shows their namesake. Like, they as a brand don't need to do this big, astonishing promotional video to show that the production has started for the film. All they need to do is set up 20 to 30 chairs in a studio and pan between them and set it to every 15 minutes. And people will watch. People were there. People were ready. I was there. I was ready. And I feel like it was just purely from a marketing perspective, perfect. Like, realistically, they could have just dropped a graphic of some sort or a list of names of who is going to star in the film. But that doesn't generate hype. A live stream of this scale does, and it worked. And I felt like the final thing that they really needed to do was to have some sort of culmination of the whole thing, some sort of reward to people that were there at the end. And the reward to people that were there in the end was RDJ, Robert Downey Jr., walking through into the warehouse, sitting down in his chair, the final chair out of the line of chairs, and just shushing the camera. Like, it was pretty brilliant. It was so worth it to me as a payoff. And yeah. Big fan. I want to know what you guys think though as well, because I'm obviously very Marvel obsessed, so I'm very biased to a lot of things Marvel have done in the past. Don't get me wrong, I will say if they do something wrong, but this I really feel like they got right, because it divides opinion, it gets people talking. People were talking for the whole stream, and people were talking for the whole time after, and trust me, people are still talking about it today, the next day, and will probably see this as not just a cast announcement, but its own major event as the start of what is going to be a pretty insane film. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. If you liked this marketing strategy, if you didn't like it, just show me your opinion. I really want to have this as like an open dialogue in the comments below. So let me know what you think. I find it really cool. And yeah, if it's, as I said, it's not a Marvel channel, but if you guys also want to talk about the actors, go for it. I think it's really cool. I love just chatting away about various different film related topics. So yeah, down below. If you liked it, give me a like, and if you really liked it, give it a subscription. It really helps me out, and I want to keep throwing these videos out for you because I absolutely love making them. So yeah, thank you guys so much. See you later.